The New England Patriots just got sneaky good news. And no, it's not the GOAT, Tom Brady, or your boy Brian Hoyer coming back. So don't even think about it. But my name is Aaron on the daily. Patriots content, don't miss out. All you got to do, subscribe, notification bell, boom, hit the like button. For goodness sakes, football tonight, football around the corner, Steelers in Foxborough. Get excited. But this is what we really need to talk about. Last week, multiple receivers were targeted, made catches in the Patriots' dub against the Dolphins down in Miami. One particular player hasn't been doing so hot, has a touchdown in his game log, but when it comes down to it, has not been as exciting as we thought he would be in a Josh McDaniels offense. We're talking about, of course, one of my favorite players, Pop Douglas. So he has come out and said this, and I think this is great news. News that I feel like people read and they're like, meh, kind of shrug their shoulders and kind of forget about. But he's trusting the process. He's being optimistic. He is looking forward. And I think first and foremost in this whole thing is his optimism in winning. Hey, you know what? Sure, I'm going to be honest. I wish I would have got the ball more, but we got the dub. He said that multiple times. So that is the first thing I think that we need to look at is, hey, that's great. Now, is it ideal that he only played 15 snaps in Miami? No. But again, breaking it down, if the Patriots are looking, hey, this is how we see us winning the game, and they talked about how, hey, ended up running the ball a little more than typical. Again, we talked about more of a balanced type offense, and so they couldn't stop the run. They continued that. It was great. We don't forget Ramondre Stevenson was an absolute dog that game in Miami. But what I love in this whole interaction is Pop Douglas's optimism, his glass half full. You know, that's what I love talking about, glass half full, and moving forward saying, hey, I'm trusting the process. Now, is that necessarily the great news? No. I love that, especially on a team where we have young players. It's a rebuild. There's a lot of potential. But what I love is this right here. When we get into Drake May said, listen, he had a great training camp. He did really good learning the offense, being in different roles, all these different things. But this is where it is right here. He says, listen, he needs to just keep going. Sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way in gameplay some weeks. We definitely find ways to get Pop the ball. Listen, down the road, they are going to figure it out. It is going to be figured out. And I think that's the thing that, you know, again, Kayshon Boutte has had some great games. Mac Hollins found the end zone. Stephon Diggs has yet to find the end zone, but will soon. I think when it comes to Pop Douglas, he's going to play more. They're going to get it figured out. And again, Josh McDaniels, we know he loves the slot. He loves the slot wide receiver. And I also think on top of that, it's incredibly possible. And as Pop has said in his meetings, like his routes have been good. He's had good feedback, all these different things, which are great. We do remember his drop that he had against the Raiders, which was not ideal. It was kind of a frustrating right on the numbers drop, which again, it can happen, but as a professional, and someone watching professional, it's tough to watch. But I think it's important that, one, he continues to maintain this optimism, but two, I do truly believe Josh McDaniels is going to get him more involved into this offense. If you remember last week against 2 weeks ago against the Raiders, he did have 7 targets. Granted, only 2 receptions, not ideal for negative yards. He has a total of 6 yards with a touchdown. Again, it was tough. It was tough. But I think moving forward, you're going to see more of them. Also, too, though, on the flip side of that, I think it is also possible that if truly the issue with Pop is his performance, I think you start seeing Eftim Chisholm in there. And we saw him in preseason, and you might say, well, Aaron, that's preseason. Who cares? Listen, still being able to do what he did in preseason was solid. I think people would love to see him. People are very excited about him. But again, I'm not dismissing Pop Douglas and saying Eftim Chisholm is taking over from him. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is I think they are going to make more opportunities for Pop to get the ball. If Pop does not perform, then I think that is the door opening to Chisholm to see him more on the field in what capacity he can bring to this offense. But again, I truly believe, as Drake May said, And I think this is good. This is good. He's an electric player. He's a great player. When he gets the ball in his hands, he can do things. Again, let's look at teams who have done well in the NFL in the past handful of years. You look at a team like the Detroit Lions. They have multiple players. That is why they're so hard to defend. That the ball gets into their hands, and it is incredibly difficult to defend them. It is they have a ton of playmakers, a ton of playmakers. Same with the Ravens, same with the Chiefs over the years, same with the Eagles. A lot of these teams have players all over. The Patriots have that. It's, hey, one, we need to be consistent. Ladies and gentlemen, football is back. And that means for me as a PE teacher, I'm not going to have to guess in my head, what's the over-under of how many kids are going to cry during this dodgeball game? Those days are over, because guess what? I just teamed up with DraftKings. That's right. And for new customers, I got a beautiful offer for you guys that you're not going to want to dodge. Bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube. That's right, $200 off to watch every out-of-market game. It's that simple. This is what you guys got to do. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Sign up using promo code STP. Bet $5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then guess what? Celebrate because you just dodged the dodgeball of adulthood. What a line right there. So don't miss out. STP, DraftKings.com. Do not miss out. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or check the description for full responsible gaming info. And two, we need to get the ball into their hands. And I think, again, Josh McDaniels, this is a good news that I think that's going to start happening more with Pop Douglas. So comment below. Tell me what you think. Again, I know you might say there's some people that say, listen, I'm not a huge, Pop Douglas guy. I'm not crazy about him. But when it comes down to it, here's the stats right here. Sorry about that. It took me a second to pop them up. But again, here are his stats. 7 targets, 2 receptions in the first game, -2 yards. And then he had that touchdown as well in the Miami game. He was 1-1, 8 yards, went in there. And we talked about in the Miami game, for the most part, everyone who got an opportunity to get the ball made the most of it, which was great. 8 yards on 1 reception is solid. That is solid. So, again, what do you think about Pop Douglas moving forward? Are you, as a Patriots fan, optimistic about him like he is? Like Drake May is, saying they're going to get him the ball? Are you confident that Josh McDaniels will start to do that coming up with the Steelers and going down the road? I say yes. What do you say, Patriots Nation? Would love to hear from you. And again, I'm biased. I think Pop Douglas, he's ever since he came out of Liberty, he's always been one of my favorite players. His first year, he was the leading wide receiver. Last year, he was the second leading receiver, second to Hunter Henry. And this year, obviously, not to a great start. But again, he does have a touchdown. His first year, didn't even have a touchdown. Again, Stephon Diggs doesn't even have a touchdown. But again, I continue to think that he's going to get more involved. And I think these signs, what Drake May has said, points to that. So what do you think? Would love to hear from you. Some other good news as well on the Patriots front. Christian Gonzalez continues to practice. That is great. Keon White was back in uniform as well. Kaylavon Chason was also participating. And so this is good for the Patriots as well. Apparently, Carlton Davis III was on the field as well, even though he was limited a little bit with the Achilles injury. Listen, we need these cornerbacks healthy. We need Gonzalez and we need Davis healthy. Chason has shown that he is solid off the edge. Again, first round pick back in the day, proving that he still can play, still has that motor. Keon White was suffering from an illness, but coming back and hoping he can make an impact on this line. I think it'd be interesting to see if he can rotate maybe with those interior guys more. But again, we'll see. I think he still has some stuff to bring to the table as well. But comment below. Would love to hear from you guys as you're probably settling in at some point, ready to watch Thursday Night Football tonight. What are your thoughts, Pop Douglas? Next couple games, do you think he's going to be highlighted more in this offense? Yes or no? comment below. As well, continue. What are your thoughts on Christian Gonzalez? Optimistic that he plays against the Steelers, yay or nay? Would love to hear from you guys. So, that being said, always a pleasure talking to you guys. Enjoy the day. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. We'll talk later. Peace.